Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video I'm going to take you guys through the explosive chain battle that was just added for the Shadow Dragon saga. This is the latest chain battle to be added to DBZ Dokkan Battle Global, and it's going to require not too bad a category comparatively to some of the other chain battles. I think this is probably one of the friendlier chain battles overall, or at least friendlier to most players. If you've been summoning on the recent Gogeta banner, you shouldn't have too many problems in terms of performance here. So yeah, just a rundown on how chain battle works. If you need any assistance, you can watch my very first chain battle video, which I explain kind of, how the whole process works and everything. But yeah, in terms of how chain battle works, basically the super effective units, or the units that are highly effective, will be highlighted red, and effective units will be highlighted blue. You're going to want to have a team with as many red characters as possible, and you're going to want to put the linking partner as red ones as well. When you are choosing for your super attack your 3 partners, you will want to choose 3 that link up very well between each other. That's the point at which links matter. Links will also matter between which supporters you choose comparatively as a team. So for example, even though all these units are blue, you're going to want to choose the SS4 units that all link up pretty well. Full power Goku, agility LR Goku, strength LR Vegeta, agility Vegeta, strength Goku if you have him, full power tech Goku, Gogeta, Int Gogeta. All of them will share quite a few links like GT, Shenron, Fierce Battle, Super Saiyan, all those type of links that will connect with them. Then you'll see on the extreme side, I go with the wrong kind of build in the beginning. I go for like a Shadow Dragon Saga hybrid Inhuman Deeds kind of build. Not really the best one to go for. Generally for the extreme units here, there's no super effective ones, there's no red units. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to roll with Wicked Bloodlines units, especially Frieza units. Or any units that link very well, like Physical Cooler is also okay, but he's not really on Inhuman Deeds, so you're gonna really just want to roll Frieza units overall. Units like Tech Frieza, Agility Frieza, LR Prime Metal Frieza, this Strength Final Form Frieza, yeah, pretty much any Friezas that you can take. That's going to be pretty much kind of where you want to roll with this and sit with this. The Resurrected Frieza would be okay. The Int Agility Golden Frieza, the Int Golden Frieza, the Agility Golden Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza. Obviously any of those. The idea is to get as many decent links as possible, so set those up accordingly. And then yeah, that should be your supporters set up. And then how you're going to want to roll is pretty much afterwards to just proceed to the battle. So we'll go through the missions and everything. Everything is your stock standard missions as per usual. For those who want to know what chain battle is really used for, it's used mainly for gear. You get a whole bunch of currency that you can use for gear. But obviously if you are struggling in terms of getting some orbs, or maybe some cars, or some money, or some stones, it does pop a few of those. So everyone should attempt chain battle, no matter how far you are into the game. You should always attempt chain battle, because even doing things like attempting it 30 times and stuff like that, it gives you a whole bunch of currency to spend for gear. It also gives you a couple stones and cars and that, so you really should attempt it no matter what. But here at this stage we're going to select our attacker. So for me that's going to be Tech Gogeta. I don't have Int Gogeta, and Tech Gogeta is entire best option, or even slightly better, especially if you have some dupes in them. So I would go Tech Gogeta anyway. So we're going to run the Tech Gogeta, and then we're going to want to select a friend that has as many apes as possible and red units. Red units are super important. And then obviously we're going to select our own red connector as much as possible. And then on that side also, as you can see, everyone's going with like a Wicked Bloodlines build. You're going to want to go with Wicked Bloodlines, and then just choose the unit that connects the best between all of the Wicked Bloodlines category units. After which you can review your score by clicking the details link, and then you'll be able to review how many points you have. So yeah, you can see me kind of scrolling through and just checking how many points I have at this stage per category. So yeah, the more points you have is generally an indication that you're going to do a better score, but it's not always that way, because the links that you get between your supporters you choose now at this stage has a greater preference and higher impact on score. I actually make a mistake here because I choose 2 Gogetas and a Ape, whereas I should have just gone for the Ape straight up. The Gogetas are missing links that tie them pretty well to the SS4 cards, because they have cards like links like Fused Fighter and that. So just remember that and keep that in mind, that you'll get a better score if you go for things like Full Power Goku, LR Goku and LR Vegeta, rather than like going for 2 Gogetas. But 86 mil there, that was my highest score of the day so far. I should be able to get to 90 mil with a bit of luck, which is the threshold for me. 100 mils where the point rewards stop, but 90 mils where the Dragonstone point threshold stops. So I generally aim for 90 mil to make sure that I get all of the Dragonstones, and then from there I just go for the majority prizes. As you can see, I'm just running through the team that I used there and their scores. You'll see that gets us a top 5%. I'll go through the rewards later on and we can take a look there and see how things are going. And I'll just kind of give a suggestion on where you should end up. But you can see me here adjusting the team, just kind of switching out my extreme units for some Freezer ones, realizing that that's going to help my friends a bit better than my hodgepodge extreme setup was going to, which, you know, is alright. It's okay to realize that sometimes you can overthink these things a bit, but generally if the units don't have red markings on them, they're not worth taking. So you just want to go for the best linking glue units that you can, which in this situation is obviously the Freezers. So yeah, so overall pretty good starting score there, 86 million. Unfortunately I run out of red linkers, so that's like your big problem, is when you run out of red linkers, you're going to struggle to get the best performance you can. And my only red linkers, barring Tech Gogeta himself, is Full Power Goku. I could switch out Tech Gogeta and put Full Power Goku and then try and switch them around, which is also perfectly acceptable. You can do things like that to try and get yourself a bit of a better run. So feel free to try those kind of strategies and everything, but overall you know, with a bit of luck and a bit of timing, you should be able to hit a very decent score here. I can't foresee anything being too problematic in terms of score that you can produce. I've seen plenty of people rocking Int Gogetas, Tech Full Power Gokus as their main attackers, definitely, and then as their main linkers. So in theory, all you need is 3 units to get a high score. You need a decent linking Freezer, you need a Gogeta or a Full Power Goku, and then ideally you need some other kind of ape unit to link with the others in the first slot. That will enable you to get a pretty good score and kind of get a decent amount of points on the board for you to, you know, get a chance at some prizes and everything. Bear in mind that you have a couple days to do this, so there's no rush to get your best score on the first day. It doesn't matter as long as you end up getting the best score you can and clearing as many missions as you can before the allotted time is up. But yeah, it's going to depend a little bit on luck here in the supporters phase. I've noticed that can be kind of where your head goes for a bit of a spin because you panic trying to get them as fast as possible. Speed does play a factor, but also just remember that you need to actually get the units, the correct ones, so that you can get the correct amounts of points. But yeah, overall pretty decent. I don't think this is nearly as bad as the previous ones. I think the categories are okay. I think they're a bit more self-explanatory and a bit easier to follow and keep track of. I think you can, you know, kind of perform a bit better this way. So take a look at the missions. Obviously it's do it 5 times daily. There's missions for every single phase that you get through. You get a 1.5 billion in total. We'll give you some more stones and cars. You get point scores up to 100 million as your max, and then you get for doing it 30 times. So overall, pretty straightforward, nothing too strange, and we'll go through the ranking rewards now, I think. So yeah, we'll just cut ahead to the ranking rewards. So yeah, you can see there that you get a whole bunch of currency to buy chests at different stages of the rankings. So 1% get X amounts and so forth. I would say a good place to aim for is the top 20 to 35%, because you get an Elder Kai at that point and you get enough for 20 boxes, which I think is a good enough amount. Just get some training items and potential orbs. So yeah, give it a try guys and let me know how you go. Hit me up in the comments to let me know your high scores. Cheers and good luck. Bye.